Derya Unutmaz, who is an immunologist at the Jackson Laboratory in Farmington, Connecticut. Derya, great to have you back. UK health
Thank you.
authorities are saying that people with a significant history of allergic reactions, they shouldn't take the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. How serious of a warning is that?
Yeah, I think there were two healthcare workers who had very serious allergic reaction history. They even carried their own adrenaline, which is necessary if you have a severe allergic reaction, which is called anaphylaxis. I think those two had some severe reaction to the vaccine. It's not entirely surprising because you can have an allergic reaction to food, to pretty much anything. So to have this to a vaccine is not a surprising issue. But of course, anyone with such a history has to be very careful. Needs to have the vaccine done under doctor supervision, or maybe not done at all. But this is just for people who have very serious allergic history, not just anyone with an allergic disease.
And when it comes to confidence in a vaccine, a lot of people might be reluctant to take it in the first wave. There's certainly been a lot of skepticism here in the US around taking the vaccine. Do you think this development undermines that a little bit, with people maybe saying, how come trials maybe didn't account for that?
So the trials don't usually account for that because you particularly exclude those people who have the potential to have a severe allergic reaction or who are immunodeficient. This is just an immune response. Some people are genetically predisposed, but as I mentioned, you can have such reaction to penicillin or any drug or peanuts. It's not really unusual. Even for approved vaccines, there's a 1 in a million chance that someone will have such a severe allergic reaction to any kind of vaccine. So I think it was just a random chance. It's unfortunate because there were some of the first few people who got the shot. So I think there's no reason to worry that this is going to be a general phenomena. Only people who have such a history or were predisposed to have allergic reactions.
And Daria, we feel like we're finally seeing maybe a little bit of a light at the end of this tunnel in the pandemic. We've reached a turning point with the fact that we are talking about a vaccine right now, real vaccines, and immunizing populations and vaccine rollouts. In terms of the differences between these vaccines, we know countries like Turkey and Mexico have chosen to use a vaccine manufactured by China. Of course, Canada, the UK, as well as the US are basically going to be implementing the Pfizer vaccine. But what are sort of the differences, do you think, and how successful do you think these vaccines will be in terms of contributing to sort of some finality to the end of this pandemic?
So the first vaccines that have completed their phase 3 trial and the ones that just got approved in England, Canada, and probably US tomorrow are based on a new technology called an mRNA technology. So this is just sending literally the program of a piece of the virus to the cells, and the cells start making the product and educate the immune system. Whereas the Chinese vaccine, for example, is based on a very old technology, which is essentially growing the virus, killing the virus, and then injecting it to and telling the immune system this is something that you will be exposed, and so be ready. So it's a little easier to produce, but it is a little older technology. So it's unlikely to have 95% protection because that was really a remarkable rate of protection rate. But it's very conceivable that those vaccines will also have anywhere between 60 to 80% or maybe higher protection levels. For example, AstraZeneca, Oxford collaboration announced that their vaccine was about 70% protective, and Russian vaccine, which is based on an adenovector, it's a different technology as well, was also quite highly efficient. So my hunch is that these vaccines will have some effectiveness, and any vaccine that has such 60, 70% effectiveness you just need to vaccinate more people to reach sort of what we call the herd immunity or the immunity in the population. But I think they will all contribute tremendously to control this infection and eventually, hopefully, eliminate the virus from most of the countries.
Derya Unutmaz, great to have you back.